For the next 7 days, I'm going to eat only what I can find or catch in these woods around our cabin. Yeah, not too appetizing. Here goes the moment of truth. So I'm thinking a good place to start would be with some maple blossoms, since it is early spring. Maple blossoms are edible. There's a maple tree right here.
I tasted those. Maybe I'll pass on that.
You'll pass? Okay,
Yeah,
that's fine.
they taste very gross.
Now the only issue is, that's pretty high up. I'm not sure I can reach. Maybe if I jump.
There, got it.
Fresh maple blossoms. Not a lot of calories, granted, but every little bit counts. Try to get enough of these to get a decent few mouthfuls, even though they don't taste very good. Quality greens. That might have been a bit much at once. Well, got it down. That's breakfast, I guess. Lily has just picked me a dandelion. These are not very tasty, but they're very nutritious. And you can eat the whole plant too. The flower, the stem, the leaves, even the root, I think. I'll have to double check on that though. Bon appetit. Yep. Good and bitter. Let's see if we can find a few more dandelions, sweetheart.
Maybe along our walk we will.
Oh, you found one, sweetie. Nice. Thank you. Hey guys, so it's lunchtime now. Just finished some video editing and my stomach's starting to grumble, so I'm out here looking for some more wild plants. I need to start thinking about protein. I may set a squirrel trap later, a deadfall trap or something, to try to get at least a little bit of meat into my stomach. In the meantime, I'm going to try to find some more greens. Oh, that looks like some very nice mullein. It is mullein, yep. It's not exactly great for eating, but it is pretty good for making a nice tea, which will hopefully stand in decently for my coffee addiction. Little bit of dandelion here. Just the leaves on these plants, but gotta take what I can get. I'm assuming that as I get hungrier, I'll get used to the bitterness of this stuff. At least I'm hoping that'll be the case. Still just as bitter. I've tried this once before when I was 18. Spent a couple of weeks living on the remote shoreline of one of the Great Lakes here in Canada, Lake Huron. I thought I'd gotten it all out of my system. I guess, as they say, you can take the man out of the wilderness, but not the wilderness out of the man. Actually, in my case, the man's still in the wilderness, seeing as I live in a cabin in the woods. Made it home. A little bit of warm mullein tea is in order. No honey or anything, because honey is not something I have found outside. Wow, that's actually really good. It's got a nice flavor to it. Still way too hot though. But I can't resist.
You are just a crazy dude. Crazy person. Why did I have to marry such a crazy dude? The most crazy one in the world, I think.
I think it was because of my charming good looks. I've never done one of these deadfall traps before. I have no idea if it'll work or not, but I'm gonna give it a try because I really need to get some meat in my stomach. Just trying to carve a little groove into the end of this stick here to hold a cord. That should do it. A little slip knot. Oh, I lost it. Well guys, I've been struggling with this deadfall trap for a while. No luck yet. There's quite a finesse required. I've run out of time for now. We're actually going over to my sister's place up the road for dinner. So my quest for protein's gonna have to wait. Well, thanks for having us over for dinner. This is very nice. Yeah. Stop laughing, okay?
Enjoy it. You're not even gonna use a fork?
Well, I figure if you go primitive, go all the way. So I'm hitting the hay early. It's the end of day 1 here. It's a lot harder than I thought. Didn't get any protein yet. Hopefully that'll change over the next few days. I'm finding my energy level is quite low, understandably. I've probably had about 50 calories total today, something crazy like that. So I'm hoping just a good early bedtime and a full night's rest will help me feel a little rejuvenated tomorrow, and I'll have some energy to maybe set up that squirrel trap and do some more foraging. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Morning, guys. It's the morning of day 2. I'm just heading outside here to see about some breakfast. Another gorgeous spring day here in northern Ontario, Canada. And you know, despite the hunger, I'm feeling gratitude and I'm feeling energized today. Look who's come to join me do some morning foraging. You gonna help Daddy find some morels, sweetheart?
Yeah, you bet.
Now, I think you saw some morels yesterday.
There's one there.
That was fast.
Can I pick it?
Let me see. Move your hand for a second. Oh yeah, not bad.
That one is pointy.
Why don't you go ahead and pick that one? Awesome. Let me take a look. It's a prime specimen, a black morel.
I found one.
You did? Oh yeah, that's a good one. Awesome. Lily is just a morel spotting machine here. She found 2 more.
And there's more too.
They're not
There
very
was
big, but they're definitely healthy looking
Can I pick
morels.
them?
Yep, go ahead. Awesome. We're off to a good start here with our morning mushroom forage. So Lily and I are heading up to some nearby fields to try to find some more morels. Adjoining the woods where our cabin is some cattle pasture that my dad and I manage. We're cutting through the shortcut in the woods here, and there's the fence line leading into the cattle pasture. If I do decide that I want some more dandelions, there's certainly no shortage out here. There's actually the cattle behind me too. I'm not sure how well you can see them, but all I'm thinking about right now are steaks. Looks like the cattle are getting curious, coming over to investigate. Morning, fellas. Kind of a discouraging result with the morel hunt this morning. We've been out for a couple hours now, Lily and I, and still only have these 6 little ones. Didn't find any more. So I'm just gonna put these in the fridge for now. It's not really worth cooking up so few. If I don't get more food soon, this challenge may be a short one. So it's getting on to mid-morning now, and I'm heading over to the home gym where I'm gonna meet my training partner. I'm gonna try to have my normal workout despite the fact that I've eaten basically nothing for the last day and a half. It actually feels pretty good. A little lightheaded, perhaps more so than usual due to the lack of calories, but I enjoy working out and I don't want to sacrifice that just because I'm spending the week eating wild foods. So we're down here at one of our favorite small lakes near our cabin. I'm putting on these waders here and I'm going to try some fishing. I wasn't going to try fishing down here until later in this adventure, but I haven't had as much luck as I'd hoped with foraging plants and mushrooms. So hopefully today I'll go from very hungry to pleasantly full.
What a beautiful clouds.
The pressure on my midsection is building here. I think I'm almost out deep enough now. Darn it, I just lost the little dead bait fish Lily found. Something nibbled, but I didn't get it. I'm no longer alone out here. My good friend Jesse has come to join me. I think he's a considerably better fisherman than I am, so maybe between the two of us we'll catch something. I think I got something here. It's a pike. Not a very big guy, but it's a fish. Oh no. No! I had him in my hand. Well, no luck with the fishing, so the time has come to try for some clams so that I can at least get something in my stomach tonight. My friend Jesse here has a long-handled dip net, so I'll be able to avoid getting too wet and cold, hopefully. Although the cold water doesn't seem to bother you at all. So the trick here is to hold the net against the bottom and then try to rake clams into it like this. and then periodically lift it up and see how many I've gotten. Well, thanks for trying, babe.
You're welcome.
We both got skunked, eh?
Yeah, I got seaweed.
Well, I've been at this for a while. Let's drag it up and see how I'm doing here. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Quite a good bunch of clams. A little bit of weeds, too. This is a great start. The girls came out to visit me in the canoe. Hey, girls.
Hey.
Been out here for quite a while now, and I think I've got enough clams. Quite a good load there. Here we go. Ah. Thanks, sweetie.
If it doesn't drop money, drop it in the water.
We'll get a couple. Oh, that's not good.
Yikes.
Well, they say when the clams start to open up that they're done, or mostly done. What do you think, Aditka? Do you think we can take them off soon?
Yeah, I think the top one for sure.
It looks like each one is really just a mouthful. Oh, man.
Just put the whole thing in. Shouldn't you remove guts? No? I don't know if this thing even has guts.
I don't know either. It's very rubbery. Kind of muddy tasting.
I like rubbery.
A
So,
little space in case I have to throw up.
is that bad?
The texture isn't appealing at all, but I'm trying to be grateful that I even have food today for the first time in more than 48 hours. Down the hatch.
Pour down the hot.
Ugh. Each one, while not pleasant, is a little easier than the previous one to get down.
I've never been glad to finish eating, eh? So fast. As much as now.
It broke.
So, it's okay. So, are you gonna love my cooking once more when you are done with this quest?
Yeah. Well, guys, it's nice to have some protein in my stomach for the first time since I started this challenge. It's only day 2, the end of day 2, so it's going to be interesting for the next 5 days. But despite the unusual taste of that meal, I'm feeling grateful. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, day 3. Let's go. Oh, morning, guys. Day 3. It's getting hard to move or get up. My energy levels are pretty low from low food intake. I guess that's to be expected. I'm really not looking forward to eating more clams and dandelions today, but gotta find a way to push through. Morning, sweetie. So I'm gonna hold off on foraging for food for now. I haven't eaten anything yet today, but I got kind of behind on video editing work yesterday since I spent so long foraging, so I'm gonna get caught up on that and then maybe think about some food later. There's a squirrel out there and he's mocking me. He knows I haven't been able to set up the squirrel trap successfully yet. It's raining, as you can see. Not much fun for foraging. Just heading to the outhouse here to check on the leftover clams. I kept them in the cooler in the water from the lake. There they are. Still looking all right. I'll be honest, I'd kind of rather go for another day eating nothing than eat more of those clams. But at the same time, I also have to think long term. If I want to make it to the end of this 7-day challenge, I need the calories and protein, even if it is gross. There he is again. I'm gonna get you, buddy. So it's evening now, day 3. Still haven't eaten anything for today, mainly because I just can't bring myself to cook up more of those clams. They were really hard to choke down. So I'm out here now to forage for a few dandelions and other greens just to put something in my stomach. Not finding any dandelions. I may have eaten them all from around the cabin. Guess I'll have to content myself with maple blossoms. Oh, that's cold. Lots of water coming down there. This may be my lowest point so far in this challenge. I'm so hungry.
Hi guys, I'm here today fishing for my husband. So far I caught only weeds. I'm here at the Lorne Lake at our friends, and I'm still learning how to fish, but he has to work, so I thought I'm gonna maybe try to catch something for him so he doesn't have to eat us stinky clams again.
That looks good, sweetie. 4 more days and I'll be able to join you in having one of those cheese wraps. 4 more days. I can make it. Edita just got home. I wonder if she was successful fishing. Man, I'm so hungry and so nervous to find out.
Probably is, yes, a bag. Yeah, there's something in there.
What does she have?
A fish.
Were you successful?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
No.
A fish.
A fish from the lake.
Well, I really butchered that filleting job. My skills are very rusty, but we'll just make it into a fish soup here.
It's cooking. Delicious fish.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be done
So
soon.
good. Yeah, it's boiling.
First mouthful.
Just make sure you don't bite the bones. There's one low on the spoon is gonna fall on the other side. It's very hot.
It's delicious. So much better than clams. Oh, I'm getting emotional.
Well, now can you put a piece of fish on my
Yeah,
on
that
the
I will-
cedar
that I will
single?
give you a piece,
I want to
yeah.
use the cedar single as a plate.
Nothing like fresh caught fish cooked over a fire, eh?
There's lots of meat.
Finally,
Can you wipe that blood?
meat that isn't disgusting.
Wait.
Meat from the land. Meat from the water.
I think this fell on the ground.
Okay, put it in a...
Well, guys, for the first time in more than 80 hours, I'm going to go to bed full tonight. Morning, guys. It's day 4 now, a beautiful sunny day, and I've decided to let the rest of the clams go back in the lake. They're just so hard to choke down, so bad tasting, that I don't think I can bring myself to eat some more of them, and I don't want them to just die there sitting in the cooler. We made it to the lake.
We're finally gonna get rid of those stinky, yucky, gross clams.
Yeah, they were, in all honesty, the grossest thing I've ever eaten in my life.
Disgusting.
Until you've tried something like this, you seriously have no idea how amazing regular food tastes. It's raining again. Just out here foraging for a few greens. Dandelions mostly. The flower is the only part that actually tastes decent. But as bitter as the leaves are, they will fill my stomach too, so I'm gonna get a mix of dandelion leaves and blossoms. Just threw in some maple blossoms too, just to add a little variety. This never gets easier, so here goes. The trick is just to choke it down as fast as possible. Still got 3 more days of this. I'm dreaming about all these carb-rich foods that I can't have right now. You know, cream of wheat and fresh baked white bread with butter melting into it and waffles and pancakes. I gotta not let that stuff get too much in or I'll go nuts. 3 more days and I'm done this thing. Gotta say, I'm really looking forward to eating normally again. But I'm also enjoying the experience, and I can tell it's teaching me things. Tomorrow I've got to work, so I doubt I'll have time for fishing. Likely I'll eat the morels that we've been saving in the fridge, and I've still got that fish broth in the pot, also in the fridge. See you guys tomorrow for day 5. Morning, guys. It's the beginning of day 5. The end is in sight. I'm feeling much more refreshed, both mentally and physically this morning. Hard not to be in good spirits when your surroundings look like this. I'm on day 5. I know I can make it now, even if I just more or less fast. But I am planning to try to get a little more food. Beginning with those morels, which I've been saving in the fridge. Cooking them up right now in this little pot. There's not a lot to them. There's only 6 small ones, but better than nothing, certainly. Make for a decent breakfast. Wow, I think these got even smaller through boiling. Just put them on a plate here. Not the best thing I've eaten. Better than clams, worse than fish. I'm trying to be appreciative of the land for providing them, not to mention appreciative of my daughter for finding them for me. Thanks, sweetie. They're not so bad, actually. Look at this. Absolutely gorgeous day. Well, got through the set of squats for today's workout. You guys can let me know in the comments if you think I'm crazy. Really craving protein right now after lifting weights. So I'm gonna open up some of this fish broth from the other day from the fish that my wife caught. And there's still some meat in there too, I think. So it's got a very, very fishy smell to it. But at this point, I'll take anything. It's turned into gelatin too, as you can see. Hopefully that means there's some good nutrition. This might actually be a semi-normal meal. Now, I don't want to have too much of this at once. I want to try to save some because I've still got 2 more days of this challenge. Nope. Dropped some there. I'll just put the rest back, save it for later. Just gonna join the girls out here on the deck for lunch. Oh man, it may smell fishy, but I'm really looking forward to this. That's definitely fishy, but it's so nice to put some protein in my mouth. I can just tell this broth, even aside from the meat, the broth is just full of nutrients. Guys, I'm so glad that I chose to cook the fish this way, boiling it, rather than roasting it on a stick or something, because you just get so much more goodness in that broth. You don't waste anything.
That fish was so fishy I could smell it from where I was sitting.
You could smell it all the way over there? Sorry, sweetheart. It's not so bad. I'm getting used to the fishiness again. It kind of comes in waves. Looks like I'm not the only one who's being driven crazy by that squirrel. Luna just chased him up a tree here. He's up there somewhere mocking us. Unfortunately, I still don't have time to complete that deadfall trap because I've got to get to work. It's not like I need the squirrel meat right now too urgently anyway. Thankfully, that fish broth with a little bit of meat in it was surprisingly quite filling. Guys, I'm just foraging for some dandelions here, and look at the size of this one here. It's huge. Like, look at how thick that stem is compared in diameter to like a normal dandelion stem. That thing is enormous. Might even get a whole 1 or 2 calories out of this flower alone. I gotta be honest, guys. I'm really struggling right now. I'm so hungry. I was full after lunch earlier with the fish soup, but fish never seems to stick to you for long, and this is probably the worst my hunger has been in the entire challenge so far. It's evening now, evening of day 5. Just heading home from work, and I'm just already dreading how hard it's going to be to see all the food in the house and watch Edita and Lily eat and not eat normal food myself. I don't want to eat the rest of the fish soup because I only have a little left and there's still 2 more days in the challenge. So in case I don't get a squirrel or another fish or something, I want to have that as a backup for those last 2 days, which means that all I really have available tonight is greens. Guys, I can't believe it. I heard a bunch of chirping and chattering out here, and now there's 2 squirrels. Look, one just ran away and there's one up here. They're just mocking me now. They know that I haven't been successful with that deadfall trap yet, and they're rubbing it in. Oh, be quiet. Morning, guys. It's another beautiful day, beginning of day 6. I'm almost there. I better go grab a shirt there off of the line. Speaking of clothes, one thing I've noticed is that I'm having to pull in the drawstring of my pants a lot tighter to get them to stay up. Like, that drawstring is really, a lot of it is pulled out there because my pants would fall down otherwise. That wasn't the case 6 days ago. I could stand to lose a few pounds, so I guess that's one nice side benefit. It's lunchtime, and this is my first meal of the day. The last of the fish broth with a little bit of meat left in the bottom from that fish the other day. I'll be honest, I'm not really looking forward to this. If anything, it's gotten fishier smelling and probably fishier tasting since yesterday. You know what my sister told me yesterday on the phone?
What?
She said that ever since we went over there for dinner last week, that the boys have been eating weeds.
See what effect you have on your nephews.
Well, finally done with that fish stew now. Just scraping out the scales that were left in the bottom of the pot. I was telling my wife as I finished the last few mouthfuls that it's going to be quite a while before I'm interested in eating anything fish related again. Gonna see if I can finally get this deadfall squirrel trap set up. It's day 6, so it's kind of now or never. Guys, look at that. That squirrel is right behind us right now. Trying to get some bird seed from the feeder. Check it out. I'm going to change it from wide angle to regular, so you can see. Look at that. Look how bold he is. I'm coming right up to him. He's just completely unfazed. He's a bold one. I can almost reach out and get him with my hands. Oh. Well, I'll get him next time. Oh, there's a chickadee. One thing I love about this knife is this little finger groove at the base of the blade. It gives me a lot of precise control for carving like this, even though it's a pretty big bladed knife. So the idea with this is that I have these 2 sticks tied together by a short length of string. I've got a slip knot here on this one, and the grooves keep the string in place. Shave off the excess. There, I think that's more or less how it's supposed to be. Is that how it goes, or is it some other way? This is definitely proving a lot tougher than I thought. So you can see what I'm trying to do. A series of sticks and 1 string to precariously hold up this stone. Oh, not again. This may prove futile. Ow. just had an accident. I was trying to carve a groove in the end of this trigger stick here to make it seat better. Sliced open the end of my thumb with my knife there. I think this will be it for my attempts at the deadfall trap. It's not worth it. Guys, this is so crazy what's happening right now. I'm here in the cabin trying to get some video editing work done. I had to log into my email and I can't remember my password for the life of me. I've tried like 12 times. I've never forgotten my email password before. And I'm starting to think maybe it's the lack of calories, the lack of nutrition in my body. My brain's not working right. And it actually happened yesterday too. I couldn't remember the login password for my laptop. Crazy. Either I haven't been eating enough or I'm getting early onset Alzheimer's. My sister invited us over for dinner again. Wife and daughter are already there. I'm heading there now so I can watch them all eat delicious food while I abstain. Family walk in the pasture here and a little snack. That never gets easier. Guys, I did it. I made it to day 7. Just have to make it through the rest of today and the challenge is complete. Feeling a little emotional right now, guys. Just thinking about things in weird and different ways, probably because of the hunger, about how I'm failing my family and how I just need to do better somehow. I'll head up to the pasture. There's still a lot of blooming dandelions there. I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to eat these. My mouth is really dry and mealy for some reason. And it's weird. I know I am hungry, but I'm feeling less and less hungry. Like my body has began to accept its fate. I think I'll skip the stems today. Just eat the blossoms. These mosquitoes. They're not so bitter if you don't eat the stems. Hopefully that's the last time. I think there may be some burdock at the base of this hill over here. Let's see if I can get some roots. Jackpot. I don't know how easily you can uproot this stuff. Pull from the base here. Oh no, root broke off. Gotta try again. Pull really slow. Maybe. Oh, no, just a little bit that time. Yeah, you're probably supposed to dig it, but this soil's really hard. And guys, I don't have the strength. I just don't have the strength.
5 more minutes and then you can eat.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, there they are. Oh my goodness.
And the top tray is
I almost can't handle this sight right now. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh, 7-day adventure is actually over.
You can enjoy your ice cream later.
Me too, I want ice cream.
You had enough sweets today. I will save you ice cream, don't worry. Yeah, I'm sorry the ribs are not like pulling on its own, you know.
They're perfect. Thank you so much, babe.
They're quite salty.
I almost don't know where to
Oh,
begin.
the bottom is very salty.
Well, here goes.
Some potatoes.
Exactly.
Well, guys, that's it for my 7-day eating only what I find challenge. Thanks for watching to the end. Like, share, subscribe. Appreciate it. Oh, man. I think my stomach's about to burst.